What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Eyes and Ears Tactical back here with another little video. As you guys know, I got the shot the Glock 34, getting ready to get into competition shooting. Pardon the airplanes. Um, and so it's a little process going on here. I'm trying to get it all set up, and a few things I got to get done. Like I said, I do got talent grips coming. I got a tungsten rod I'm gonna put in here, some sights. So got a few more things, but what I did start off on, I'm gonna get all that out at once, but I was trying to get my gun belt, the competition belt together. Did a lot of research, talked to some guys that's into it right now, and the whole competition gun belt thing, it can get extremely expensive. Bro, you can spend a lot of money on all that stuff, mag holders, this, that, and the other. So I try to simplify it down just to what I need just to get going, budget. A friend of mine been doing it for a few years, and he suggested go with this company, Black Scorpion. As you see right here, Black Scorpion, there's a website, and they do a lot of competition equipment that you would need, and this is kind of introductory, and it meets all the requirements for specifically what events you're in and what qualification. And that's what really kind of got me into it. I said, well, hell, Dan, they pretty much got it all in there. So no matter what competition I enter, I'm pretty much covered with this belt, and all that matters because you got to meet all the qualifications of whatever level you're shooting in, whatever it may be. So that's why I went with Black Scorpion. There's their logo right there. And like I said, based on a friend of mine who's been doing it. And the interesting thing about it, he already had a gun belt. I'm gonna open this up. He already had a gun belt, but the belt he had was like $150. And he basically, his son was gonna get into shooting, and he went and tried it out to see how it ran because he didn't want to give his son like a piece of crap or whatever. And he ran it, and he just loved it so much. He took his belt and gave it to his son and kept the Black Scorpion one. And the one he had was like $160, something like that. And these are like 58, I believe, like that. And in case y'all don't know, and these belts, they're two parts. So one of them is inside. I didn't want to go too deep, but like this is the one you put through your belt loop right here. And you Velcro that in, and then this is the one on the outer, which you hang your mags on. And so they work conjointly together. So I didn't really know all that until I started doing my research, and that's when I found out. Stand by 1 second. And so yeah, it's a pretty good company, and they do pretty much anything you need that's to get going into competition shooting, as far as your equipment and whatever else you may need. They're a good company to go through. And another thing I found out was when you get into this competition shooting stuff, make sure that when you buy your belt and buy your mag holders and all that kind of stuff, make sure that they are compatible with each other. Because if you buy like a belt from one company and then you buy the mag holder from another company and they don't work together, you're gonna be pretty pissed off. So that was the one tip that he did give me that I did. So I'm basically gonna buy all my stuff because I'm just getting into it. I'm a beginner. I'm not no pro or anything. So I'm gonna buy all my stuff from Black Scorpion, and then, eventually, if I get really good and whatever may happen first, I don't know what comes first, I'll upgrade or whatever. But it doesn't sound like I really have to do too much upgrading. Just you just basically want a belt that's gonna hold your mags and that's gonna function correctly, and meet all the requirements and the standards of the competition that you're entering, and that's pretty much it. So I don't understand the reasoning why I would have to go crazy, spend a bunch of money on a competition belt when I can get this one right here. Has been proven by a lot of shooters that there's a good startup belt to go with. So 60 bucks, not bad. And then over here, kept it in the same family, Black Scorpion competition holster. And again, it meets and satisfies all the requirements of the shooting enthusiasts of the world: concealment, USPSA, IDPA, IPSC 3-gun. So it meets all those requirements again, and that was very good to have that behind me. So that's why I went with this. And then, you know, I'm a left-hand shooter. Let's see if we can take this out the bag. And this is it right here. Really nice material. Now, the story behind this particular one, let me see, you got the tightening screws right here. It looks very well made. And it's got a little weight on it, but not a lot of weight, but it's, you know, it's meant to be light, obviously. You don't want a super heavy holster, but it's not cheap, whatever this material is. It's pretty good. Kydex, non-marking. As far as non-marking go, for you new shooters, trust me, non-marking, unless it's leather or suede inside, there's gonna be some kind of marking. But yeah, it's nice. So I'm a left-hand shooter, and that is good retention. So, you know, you have to adjust it to when you're in competition to what you want it, but covers that trigger guard. Seats real nice inside there. This gun is clear. I mean, that just sits right in there like a glove. I mean, that is, yeah, that's a good holster. Very pleased with that. And that's where you put on your belt, feed your belt through there. So that's what got me into it, and I thought, let me go with them. Now, the pricing on this holster, this one was normally $119, I believe, and it was marked off half off pretty much. It was $117, $116. They marked it off to 68 bucks, something like that. Oh, maybe not quite. It was, yeah, 68. What did I pay? 68, and it was normally 120, 118, 117. So that's what made me jump on it. And this is the actual SKU if you were looking interested. And it's pretty much a brand new came out model for them. The only thing that was a catch was I had to get it with the red plate. So if I wanted to spend more, and they do different one, they do one in graphite and they do it in another material. I just went with this one because it was marked down. When I first went and checked these things out, they were like 130, 120, and then when I saw it for 68, I said, let me jump on that real quick. But the plate again is what I wanted, that in black. And they had like a gray, because that's what I'm kind of gonna do my gun when I get my magwell. This is gonna be like a smoky gray or whatever, you know. And I was gonna do that to that, and so I was gonna have that color match up with that, with the black, you know, kind of like a Raider color, kind of like. I'm not a Raider fan, don't get me wrong, but you know, I'm talking about that gray color, whatever, right here for my magwell, and then I was gonna have that plate be that color. But the difference was I would have had to pay more. So me being budget, I ain't about to pay 130 just to get that the color I want. I'm gonna pay 68 for the exact same holster. And you know, Black Scorpion gear, you can buy these plates. So again, if I get really good and you know I become a good shooter and I want to change out and get more fancy with my stuff, I can always upgrade that. But just for right now, this is a pretty good setup. I do have 3 mag holders coming, and they are from Black Scorpion. They're ambidextrous, the mag holders. So I'm excited about that. When I get that, then I think my belt will be done. because you have your belt, you have your mag holders, and you have your holster, and that's all you really need. And I got eye protection in the ears. Obviously, I'm eyes and ears tactical, so I got that. So, and I got my Talon grips coming and all that. And I'm probably gonna, honestly, I might hold off on the trigger because this trigger is not bad, man. Just to, when you're just getting into it. And it's the brake now. Here's the slot between the brake. It's not bad. Just I'm gonna shoot this for a while and see if I could get on target at good distances. And if that's the case, I probably would rock with this. Maybe put a ghost connector in it. You know, I don't know. I'm probably gonna lean to a new trigger eventually because I know me, get new sights. But I mean, they gave you adjustable sights on this thing and everything. It's not like a typical Glock, man. They really gave you a couple extra features. You can put a comp on here if you want. Extended mag release, slide stop. But yeah, so that's the only thing with that. So maybe a trigger, but again, in the beginning, that I'm gonna probably hold off, just get the mag well and all the other things and go from there. But anyway, I just want you guys to know how this competition stuff is starting to come together, and I'm gonna get out there real soon and get some shots out there and enter one of these comps because they're all over the place out here in California because the weather allows their outdoor gun ranges to operate pretty much all year round. That's the beautiful thing of living in the Southwest of America. You know, California, Southern California, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, on the west side of Utah, on the east side of Utah, not the west side. It's more colder, more accurate weather. But if you're on the east side of Utah, closer to the Arizona border, you know, you got perfect weather all year round. You can shoot all day outdoors, and that's why those guys out there tend to shoot a little bit more outdoor than indoor. So, you know, so I'm kind of fortunate to be here now, and I'm understanding the logistics of competition shooting. That living in Southern California is an actual huge advantage, and because I can reach out to Vegas. Is not too far from San Diego. I can go to Arizona. You know, I can be in Yuma, or you know, Phoenix is not that far from here. It's only 5 hours. So you figure Phoenix 5 hours, Vegas 3 or 4 hours. You know, not with crazy Friday night traffic, but you know, that's not bad. You know, just you can get around to all these competitions, and it doesn't really cost you that much or break the bank. Whereas if you're in a East Coast area, the weather's gonna make everything be indoors. So I'm really excited about it. Again, Black Scorpion guys, take a look at them. Make some pretty quality stuff. No complaints at all. Really excited about getting this stuff going. Here's the belt again. Yeah, so again, you guys enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful Saturday afternoon. Remember, stay ready. And it's your boy's Eyes and Ears Tactical. I'm out of here. Go ahead and drop a like, comment, subscribe. Help me grow the channel. Appreciate it. Peace.